Hey, Province Stats kids, this is Dr. Callahan with week 15, Wednesday. How are you guys doing? So this is the first day for distance learning. And go ahead and pause the video and answer the following 3 questions. Your warm-up log is still going to be due on week 18, Friday. It is going to be worth 300 points, so just keep that in mind. All right, let's go ahead and get started with today's stuff. So you guys do have an assessment on the Z-score today. This is kind of the breakdown of what you should be looking at. And before I have you guys do this, I want to make sure we go over one examples together. So let's take a look at this example right here. It says a data set has a normal distribution with a mean of 250 and a standard deviation of 30. And there are two parts to this question, and it asks you to find the percentage of the data between 200 and 220. So the best thing that you could do is start off with your diagram. Label the mean as 250. Now, you want to know what percentage is going to be between 200 and 220. Well, if you look at 220 and 200, it is on the left side of the mean. So let's find the first -1 standard deviation, which is going to be 250 minus 30. So that's going to be 220. Well, there's your 20 right there. So your first part is going to be right here at 200, okay? And then you want to look at the -2 standard deviation, which is 220 minus 30. So that's going to be 190. And so your second one is going to be 200. So that's just slightly over. Whoops. Slightly over at 200. So the area that you're trying to find is in between these two green lines. So just this tiny itty bitty little piece. Now, in order for you guys to do that, to find the percentage, you will have to find the z-score first. So I'm going to have this one be x1, that be x2. So your z-score 1 is going to be 200 minus 250 divided by 30, which is 50 divided by 30, which is going to be the same thing as 5 divided by 3. So make sure you guys have a calculator, and that's going to give you a 1.67 for your z-score. Your second z-score is going to be 220 minus 250. Oh, and you know what? It's going to be a negative. So I forgot the negative. So negative 1.67. And that's going to be divided by 30. So if I subtract that, it's a negative 30 divided by 30. And that's just a negative 1.0. All right, so I don't know what percentage it's going to be, but that's why I have my z-table to go in and find that out. So here's my z-table. My first one is negative 1.67. So negative 1.67, go all the way down, all the way over. And my answer here is going to be at 4.75%. So at the 200, 4.75% is going to represent the z-score between the end to this green dash line, okay? Now let's look at negative 1.0. At negative 1.0, here you go, it is 15.87. So 15.87. Now that represents from the end all the way over to here, okay? Now I'm not interested in from the left side to the green line. The only thing I am interested in is going to be the little region that's in between them. And the little region that's in between them is going to be this yellow area. So then what do you do with these two answers? You want to go ahead and subtract them. So that way you can find the difference. So let's go ahead and subtract them. So 15.87 minus 4.75. Grab your calculator. And your answer difference is 11.12%. That represents the area of the yellow region. All right. Now that I went ahead and went over this one with you guys first, I would like you guys to go ahead and try the next question on your own. So you can give it a try. So take a look over here. And I would like you guys to find the region between 245 and 260. So pause the video and give that a try. Okay, so once again, we want to draw this. And you know your mean is going to be 250. So 245 is going to be on the left side of the mean. So you will have to find the -1 standard deviation, which is going to be 250 minus the 30. So that's 220. 245 is going to be pretty close to 250. So I would just say right here maybe. Okay. And then you want to look for 260. So add +1 standard deviation. That is going to be 250 plus 30, 280. So then your 260 is going to be like right here. Your goal is to find the area in between these two regions right here. And in order for you to do that, we have to find the z-score. So let's say this is x1, this is x2. Z-score 1 is 245 minus 250 divided by 30. So that's a -5 divided by 30, which is a -1/6. Which is going to be a -0.167. Then find your second z-score, and you have a 260 minus 250 divided by 30. So that's a 10/30, which is going to be 1 divided by 3, which is a positive 0.33. So let's take a look at -0.167. So here's -1.67. Well, it's going to be a little bit closer to this one here because if you take about -0.167 and you round it, it's -0.17. So I don't have a anything to the thousandth term, so we're just going to do this one instead. Okay, so it's 43.25%. So at the first one, that is 43.25% right here. And that's from here to right here. Okay. And then let's take a look at the second z-score, which is 0.33, and it's in the positive. So 0.33 is right here. That's going to give me a 62.93. 62.93. So that's from here all the way to here. Now, I'm interested in just a little region that's in the yellow right there. So let's subtract the two. And that will give you the percentage that's going to represent the yellow region. And that is your answer. All right, you guys. So with that said, I feel like you guys are ready for the assessment. This is your assessment right here. It is 6 questions, multiple choice. When you guys are done with that, I want you guys to go ahead and move over to this part right here, which is going to be a z-score calculator. And I want you guys to go ahead and use this link to find the z-score of the following questions, and then continue on to right here and number 3. And when you're done with that, I would like you guys to go ahead and take a look at the word definitions. Make sure you guys Google these 4 terms. And you can actually access this on MS Team as well. Okay, so after you're done with this, the next portion I want you guys to focus on is here. You can go ahead and take a look at this as a checklist, and you can get as many points as you want. You can use this for extra credit. There are 4 different things that you can do, and I also have the points that's kind of just signed right here. So if you feel like you need some of them to go ahead and raise your grade, please do that and then upload it for me. So now I want you guys to take a look at the MS team, and I'm going to upload this for you guys right now. So for prop and stats, you guys are right here. Make sure you guys go to assignments. I'm going to go ahead and create the one for today. And it's going to be your assessment on Z-scores. So I'm going to go ahead and click on create assignment. And then I'm just going to, for the instructions, I'm just going to say, show your work, photo, and upload. And also make sure you guys are watching this video. Total number of points is going to be out of 10. And I am going to, I know it's not the rubric, but I'm just going to go ahead and paste it over because last time I tried to do this, it would not go ahead. Okay, well, it doesn't seem to make any sense why it wouldn't just let me upload this. It's being a little bit finicky, but that's okay. I am determined to make this work. So 14 Thursday. Okay, it's not letting me upload this. So that's kind of a bummer, but that's okay. Let's cancel that. I'm gonna add a resource, and I know this has been kind of weird because it won't upload from this device for some reason. I don't know why it does that, but I'm gonna determine to try anyways. Okay, and here is your question. And it looks like it's uploading, but every time it doesn't show up for some reason. I'm gonna click on done. Okay, great, so it's right here. And I wanna make sure I add this to both of the prop and stats classes. And you guys have exactly today to complete it. So you have until tonight to go ahead and do that. And I think that is basically it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and assign. There we go. So let's just check to make sure it's there. Okay, so here's your class. It should pop up. There you go. Awesome. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just attach it anyways, just to make sure that it attached properly so you guys can access that. Upload file. Okay, and then there you go. Okay, so now that is uploaded. Great. So if you go ahead and click on that for your assessment, you should be able to see this part right here. This is your question. You don't need to print it out. You just need to do this, okay? And then show me the work and take a picture of it. And then, of course, you guys have this part right here. You can click on it. You don't need to type it in. It's pretty simple overall. And that is basically it, you guys. I just want to make sure that this is also done properly on the other prop and stats class. So just in case it doesn't show up, because I know sometimes that happens. And this video will be on there as well, so you guys will be able to see it. Yep, and it's right here. Perfect. So it is loading properly. All right, you guys, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.